you stumble upon a dead cop in the middle of winter deep in the Chippewa National Forest. Her body is still warm as she lies in a pool of her own blood. She seemed to be chopping down a tree when it fell on her, killing her on the spot. She's wearing her gun and radio on her right side, but sadly, the batteries are dead. There's no way to contact the outside world. Shame, because you wanted to ask them a bunch of questions about hypothermia. You somewhat wish this wasn't an accident so you could catch up with the murderer and ask them for some hot tea or something. Though looking at the scene, you're getting mighty suspicious. Watching so many Riddle Me This episodes and the fever aren't helping either. What makes you think this is no accident? You should really stop hiking in the middle of the winter. You always forget your thermos and you always end up stumbling upon a dead body. Why can't you just binge watch some Netflix show like everyone else? I hear season 3 of Fargo is nice. First, she was crushed on the opposite side of the cut. Second, a giant tree would flatten you into the ground. There wouldn't be a large pool of blood around you. Finally, have you noticed she was carrying her gun on the right side? She was left-handed and would never hold an axe with her right hand above. You don't know what to do when you see a trail of blood next to a set of footprints going north. Why does it have to go north? You decide to follow them. Maybe their murderous rage has cooled and they have a hot beverage for you. Earl Grey would do just fine. After walking 2 miles, the tracks stop dead in front of a ravine. Shocker, there's a ravine. Good news, there's already a wooden peg firmly planted in the ice with a rope tied to it. Bad news, it appears to have been cut off after 4 feet. Shocker. Looking down, it seems you have about 250 feet to go until reaching the ground. As you don't want to turn into a human pancake, you check your bag, but your rope is only 150 feet long. It seems size does matter after all. Looking further into your bag, you find 4 items: a sleeping bag, scissors, a plunger, and an ice axe. Which item will you use to climb down? Now that's what I call a cliffhanger. Too bad you aren't MacGyver. You would only need some gum, a coat hanger, and 1 paper clip to build a marshmallow shooter. It would be pointless, but at least you wouldn't starve to death. The scissors. Just cut the rope in half lengthwise. The 150 feet becomes 300 feet once both parts are tied together. You're rappelling down the mountain when you hear a single gunshot. Not the most reassuring sound, but at least a gun would be quicker than freezing to death. Plus, who knows, maybe they have some oolong tea. Have you tried it? It's pretty good. You complete your descent and step in red snow. Strange? No, not really. There's a body bathed in blood and 2 men standing next to it, alive. Yay!
Oh, thank God. Finally, someone. This man tried to kill us. Look, he even shot my friend in the knee.
It was my favorite knee.
Shh, shh, shh. We managed to disarm him and take his gun away, but it just went off. It appears we have killed him, by accident, of course. Are you with the police?
You take a closer look at the dead body. The shoes match perfectly with the single set of footprints you've been tracking for the past hour. So you are now convinced the two men in front of you are the murderers. Whoop-de-doo, you have no clue what to do now. But how did you guess they were the murderers? This is a true story. The events depicted took place in Minnesota in 1996. At the request of the survivors, the names have been changed. Out of respect for the dead, the rest has been told exactly as it occurred. The unharmed man changed his shoes with the dead man. Notice how the dead man's pants are dry where the boots were. The unharmed man carried his wounded friend on his shoulder, hence why there was only one set of tracks in the snow. And remember, there was only one gunshot? The wounded man's knee isn't bleeding because of a gun wound, but rather from an axe hit by their first victim. Congratulations, you found the two surviving murderers. A fat lot of good that does you. You really should have taken that cop's gun. Now you're all stuck in a blizzard. Would you have any tea?
Me.
Now it's your time to become an expert solver. We give you the solution and you come up with the riddle. Today's answer is the elephant trainer did it. The most creative riddles will be animated in a future episode of Riddle Me This. You are under arrest. Unless you want to bribe me. Click on that subscribe button and we'll call it square. Yes, I know it's round.